Becca Ware Robinson, and today I'm talking about the role of consistent messages in drowning prevention. What do you do when an epidemic source covers 70% of the Earth's surface, exists in an almost unlimited number of scenarios, is necessary for survival, and impacts every person on Earth? Water, the very presence of which makes drowning a possibility. Drowning is the only truly global epidemic, and certainly the only epidemic where death can happen in so many places. But also the only epidemic that can be prevented largely through change in behaviors and attitudes. Not just short-term changes in behavior, but internalized, sustainable, long-term changes in behavior and attitudes. If we're going to shift the needle on drowning, we need to focus on changing behavior. Now, people are most likely to change their behavior if they are positively motivated. And the best way to motivate someone is to frame an issue or behavior in such a way that they feel good about the change. They want to do it. If people feel that change is their choice, and they feel good about themselves and their decision, that change in behavior is more likely to be sustainable and internalized, which means that maintaining the behavior will not require outside prompting or even supervision. This must be our goal, encouraging behaviors that make people safer around water. There's some basic steps to follow when you want to change behavior. First, understand the issue. Use data to identify who is at risk in different scenarios and what the desired behavior should be. For example, let's look at some of the more easily quantifiable dangers. We know that wearing a life jacket during boating decreases the risk of drowning. The desired behavior should be that a life jacket is always worn during commercial and recreational boating. We know that swimming at a beach with a lifeguard present reduces the chance of drowning to 1 in 18 million. The desired behavior should be swim in areas with lifeguards. Now, once you have used data and research to determine where drowning occurs and the desired behavior, you have to communicate both the issue and the desired behavior to the public, your target audience. The most effective way of communicating is to use positive, simple, consistent, and repetitive messages. Positive. Research has shown that people are far more likely to change their behavior if they are positively motivated, if they feel good about the change. Don't tell people what they should not do. Tell them what they should do to be safer around water. Empower them. Simple. The most people can reliably remember about new information is 3 things. So be very specific about what you want them to do. Even better, tell people what to do. Be directive. Don't let them think about the meaning behind your words. It's the reason the Don't Drink and Drive campaign in the U.S. has been successful. It tells people what to do in very simple language. Don't drink and drive. Consistent. Imagine if every corner or traffic intersection had a unique word or symbol signifying stop. The public would spend all their time trying to figure out the different messages instead of stopping. Public safety messages are not the place for creativity. Find a positive and simple message and use it consistently. Repetitive. Just as with the words stop and don't drink and drive, for behavior to become internalized, people have to hear the same words over and over again until it becomes second nature. You don't want people to have to think whenever they get in a boat. You want them to wear a life jacket. And when people go to the beach, you want them to automatically swim in areas with lifeguards. Finally, I recommend the International Open Water Safety Guidelines for 16 key messages that are positive, simple, and consistent as a starting point for your communication campaign. If we commit to using these positive, simple, and consistent messages repetitively, we have the power to positively and permanently change people's behavior around water. Thank you.